Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is May 7th, 2023. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at stocks with very high short ratio and see how to make profit from short squeeze. So with that, we'll quickly start with a market update and jump into short squeeze stocks. Look, from a market perspective, we had a great rally on Friday. This is a one-day chart. Look, Dow Jones Industrial Average up nicely, 546 points. Nasdaq also up nicely, and we had S&P 500 up nicely. So we had a great rally overall. And as you look through here, let's look at major indices here. Look, from a major index perspective, we got SPY, QQQ, DIA. Look what's going on here. We got a yearly chart. I could just click on daily here. This brings up a 1 year chart. Look, stock market has been wondering where to go. Dow Jones Industrial Average pretty much in the trading range. When this happens, my favorite strategy is to really sell iron condor both sides, so that way market fluctuates up and down, you can make some money. IWM is same story here. All the regional bank failure issues and weakness in the financials is hitting IWM. It's also a great one to basically trade iron condor option strategy. And then you got QQQ, little bit stronger here. Also you could really do put selling at the bottom here and call options credit spread at the top and make some great money here. And SPY pretty much in the trading range. This is again a good one for iron condor type trading, and you can make a fortune by doing that. All right, now let's jump in here and look at the fear and greed index from CNN. Look, from a fear and greed index perspective, we are in greed right now. So folks are really buying the risky assets. And as you can see here, I could see us basically going to neutral, coming back to greed for a while, mainly because Fed is not our friend. Feds have increased the rates by 25 basis points. They may keep the rates at the same level for a while. And look, greed was 60 while ago, 1 week ago. Now we are at 59. I could see us coming back to neutral and basically oscillate back and forth. All right, now let's jump in and look at stocks with a very high short ratio. Let me go back here to Finviz. I could take you to basically my screener here, and you could go into short interest. So look, if you have Finviz Elite, you could go into you have a lot of flexibility. If you don't have Finviz Elite, you could go to finviz.com. If once you try out finviz.com, I recommend you to check out Finviz Elite. You could start with a monthly subscription, or if you're like me, you could also do a yearly subscription. You get real-time stock price updates and a lot of great information. You could download this whole data into Excel spreadsheet and do a lot of analysis. All right, now let's go into my short interest screener here. Look, very simple screener. I have price more than $1, very simple, and short float over 10%, and I got current volume over 1 million shares traded. Very simple, just 3 criterias. And look, now we got 260 stocks with this criteria, which is great. And if you want to widen the net a little bit, I would also go here and change it to 500k, so that way you get little more stocks to work with. Now we got 363. It's a good idea to start with the 500k current volume, just to account for some light trading that happens probably on Friday. So with this, if you have Finviz Elite like me, you could create your own custom tab. If you don't have Finviz Elite, you could go into the ownership tab here, and look, we got short float right here. I've sorted this by descending order. Stock with the highest short float at the top, as you can see here. All right, since I got Finviz Elite, I will take you to custom tab here. If you have Finviz Elite, you could go into the settings tab right here, and you could select on, the columns that you want to see. I got here ticker, price to sales ratio, market cap, and so on and so forth, which I mostly look at. That's why I selected those and created my own custom view right here. Look, I got my own custom view here. That's the beauty of this platform. The moment you have Elite membership, you could create your own custom view with a lot of attributes that you want to see. All right, let's collapse this here and look at this here. Look, highest short ratio here we got right here, CYTO. As you can see here, I've sorted this by short float, highest short float at the top, as you can see here. And you got a few more here, like SI, which is Silvergate, as many of you know, and so on and so forth. So once you have this view here, what I would typically do is I would go into chart mode here, so I can see what's going on here. I could go into charts. Typically I also don't want to chase the stocks, as many of you know. If the stock is too hot, I would rather do shorting, or if stock has got very good options, I could sell some put spread and make some money, or I could even basically sell some call spread at the top. It's also called call credit spread, and make some money that way. But if you want to participate in a short squeeze, I would say what you could do is focus on the RSI. We'll go there. Right now, as you can see here, we got performance per week. As you can see here, look, a lot of stocks have gone up nicely. We got Carvana, look at that 29% jump last week, and we got Allo, nice 21% jump, and we got a few more with nice jump. Look at this IBRX, nice 97% jump here, and we got a few reds, as you can see here, CXAI red here, 16% red, and we got a few more in the red. So typically what I love to do is really, I don't want to chase the stocks. If the stock is high, already high from an RSI perspective, I would be selling a call spread if there is a nice liquidity. Otherwise, let's look at let's look at a short squeeze, where we can buy some of these stocks and participate in a short squeeze. So I would go into the RSI here. I would go right here, and I'll go to custom. If you have a Finviz Elite membership, you could go into this custom tab. If you don't have Finviz Elite, you could go into I would say oversold here to 40 or 30. But I want to look at custom here. I don't want to look at 40 or 30. Instead, I want to look at anywhere RSI below 50. I want to look at those. Look like I could say here RSI between 50, and I could 0 and 50. That will give me all the stocks with the RSI between 0 and 50. So I want to look at this this criteria here. Look, we are now down to 206 stocks, as you can see here. This is my go-to list here to work off of. All right, now what I could do is really I could go into this charts tab here. It's one of the great thing, or I could even let's do one thing. Once we have this here, I could copy this whole thing here, and I will go into one more Finviz here. You could have as many as Finviz tabs open at the same time. Look, I could go into charts tab right now here, and I could click on charts. Look, this is a nice looking chart tab here, as you can see here, and you could go into say daily. Right now it's in the daily here. I could click on daily here. Look, you get a nice daily chart here, and look what's going on here. Even though CYTO has got highest short volume, as you look through here, look, CYTO is struggling slightly. You could even open this up here. You could click on CYTO. Look, we got stock which is struggling, as you can see here. And you could go into say 1 hour chart here and see what's going on here. Look, 1 hour chart, stock went up, and now it's kind of coming down. Now it's wondering where to go. So you get a good idea on what's going on. You could even go into 30-minute chart here and look at 30-minute basis. It looks like it had a nice gap. It's trying to see where to go. might find some support somewhere here around 96 cents or so, or it might even fill the gap here. That's why you got to be careful here. Look, RSI is 47. So once you see this, you could go into some more details here. Look, from a company not making money, earnings per share is negative, as you can see here. Shares outstanding looks like they got a lot of shares outstanding, as you can see here. Then you could see some good information here. Looks like there's nothing much going on. Revenue is there is some revenue here, which is not too much at all. It's negligible at this time. So what you could also do is you could go back here once you have this list here, and once you have this list that all these stocks here, one of my favorite way is to really go back here and see where are the folks, are the insiders buying these shares. I could go here and look at recent insider buying. Look, the moment I do this, I got one stock here that's a recent insider buying, which is EVA, as you can see here. I could open this up here. Look, EVA stock is down big time, and look, it's at $9. And as you scan through this here and go down all the way here, look, we got a director buying at 882, 26,000 shares. Looks like around 229k, not too bad. And we got few more buying going on here. 3 buys recently here, May 5th and March 27th. These two, May 5th, which is recent here. So you could see here, these directors are willing to support the stock. That's why you could buy along with these insiders. As you scan through here, this is sells utility grade wood pallets, and products are substitute for coal. So you get an idea here as you look through here. Company is earnings per share negative, but look, trend is good. It's a good sign here. They're trying to improve their earnings per share. Sales is pretty good, as you can see here, going pretty well. I think shares outstanding went up in 2022. That could be one of the reasons stock came down. And also look, recently there is a downgrade from buy to sell, and they're down, target price is $10. Stock is already below $10 at this time. I think you could slowly buy some, and stock can go higher as you go forward. So that's why I would probably look at this EVA here, and look, short ratio here is 20.32. That's a short float, so you could take a look at this one. This could be one you could see if you can speculate on this. If you're interested in short squeeze names, this could be a good one here. So we can go back here, and you could also look at insider selling. Typically when the insiders are selling, it's not a great idea. Look, we got few areas where insiders are selling: KPTI, Teledoc, N9, and so on and so forth. In these stocks, be slightly careful. But despite of insider selling, if the stock is going up, you could buy them. So what we'll do is we look at let's see here, we look at a 30-minute chart here to really see what's going on. Look, KPTI looks like it's getting a support here, and we got Teledoc. It's trying to go higher, as you can see here. You could try to look at some of these names here. I'm in a 30-minute chart, as you can see here. If the stock is trying to go higher, despite of insider selling, that could be okay to take a look at them also and go from there. And for example, as you look through here, look, we got few names here. What we can do is we can go back to one-day chart here. You could see some some pattern here. Look, KPTI stock broke down here at 2.21. And you could, all these stocks have got insider selling. I would probably stay away unless you know the names. If you want to buy some, look at the stocks which are uptrending slightly here. For example, you got here Teledoc slightly uptrending, Indie slightly uptrending. You could go into those names here. Even Mankind slightly uptrending. So you don't want to catch a stock which is falling, you don't want to catch falling knife here. All right, now my favorite things are really, I want to look at TL trend line support or TL support. So look at TL support here. Look, we got a big, there is nice TL support happening here. And as you look through here, we could also look at a 30-minute chart if we want to. But look, there is a nice trend line support. Go EV, again, same story, nice trend line support. You could get into this one also. And we got here XPOF. Look, it's slightly looks like there's a trend line support here also. And we got lift here. Lift also nice trend line support here. You could get into this one also. And next up, what I would do typically is I would look at wedge up and see if there is anything where there's a wedge up. Look, we got Coinbase wedge up. We got to be slightly careful with Coinbase, mainly because they are they're fighting with the authorities. I think that's not a good sign here. There is some some case going on with Coinbase and the authorities. I would not probably, I would be a little careful here. Or if I want to buy, I would wait for a little bit down tick here. It already went up nicely here. Then you got ASO here. This could be a good one here. You could buy some ASO. As you look through the ASO here, look, nice uptick here. And this one has got a trend line support. As you can, I think that's what we are looking at, wedge up pattern here. And look, it's got a short interest here, short float, nice 14.48. And look, fundamentally, it's a good company. Earnings per share, pretty good here, going higher. Sales slightly down, not a big deal. Shares outstanding is going down. This is a good one here. You could buy, some ASO here, which is Academy Sports and Outdoors. All right, so now we can look at few more things here. We looked at wedge up here, and we could go into triangle ascending and see what comes up here. Look, Canon here. It's a Chinese company, as many of you know here. Look, it's a triangle ascending. You could take a look at this one also here. It's into Bitcoin mining, as many of you know here. Look, we got here Canon engages in IC equipment, for Bitcoin mining, as you can see here. So you could take a look at this one also here. Look, earnings per share positive right now, and sales slightly came down, but shares outstanding is pretty steady here. And as you scan through here, look at what's going on here. Let's see, there is nothing much here from a revenue perspective, quarterly basis. Let's go look at quarterly here. Slightly coming down with Bitcoin, not doing well. But I think this could be one where there is some support here from a triangle perspective, ascending triangle. And you could look at few more things here. My favorites are really, the double bottom here and triple bottom or multiple bottom. Let's look at double bottom here. From a double bottom perspective, look, Upstart made a double bottom and it's trying to go higher. You could jump into this one. It's very speculative, as many of you know here. And we got Siri here. Siri again, double bottom, trying to go higher at this time. And we got two more here, Cano and even VNO here, double bottom. You could look at these ones here. These are great ones here. And we could also look at a few more here, multiple bottom. Look, we got multiple bottom right here. And look, we got Beyond Meat, multiple bottom, nice support. Typically, multiple bottom gives you nice support level here. Then we got SPCE here, Richard Branson's company, same story. And we got GFAI and Tandem. It's again one of my favorite stock here, Tandem. Look, it nice multiple bottom support level here. You could get into this one also. Tandem has got 11% short float, as you can see here. Look, the reason they probably came down is because earnings per share is negative, but look at the sales doing well. Shares outstanding pretty constant here. Looks like they got a downgrade here to 33, and look, stock price is about 37 here. That's what's going on here, but it's a good one overall long term. And we got a few more things going on. Let's look at Head and Shoulders inverse. It's all again one of my favorite pattern. As we look through here, we got LAC, which is Lithium Americas, as many of you know here. Look, nice Head and Shoulder inverse here. We could look at this one also here. We got head. And we got left shoulder, right shoulder, and typically, after head and shoulder inverse, stock tries to reverse itself. All these lithium stocks got hit badly here. You could take a look at LAC. and go from there. So these are some of the favorite ones. And now what we'll do is we'll go into an Excel spreadsheet to look at stocks and options. Many of you might be trading options also. Let's look at short squeeze names with the good option open interest. All right, so let's go right here to my short squeeze names here. Silvergate at the top. As you look through the performance here, it went up 10% in one day here. At this time Silvergate is already cooked. I would not be putting my money here. Probably it will go under. So you could look at other names here. So what we'll do is we'll look at RSI. We'll do the same criteria here. Let's say RSI here, relative strength index, and let's say less than 50 here. All right, let's say 50%. So let's look at those names here. Look, we got a few candidates here, and all these stocks have got RSI less than 50. And look, we got let's see here, we got Silvergate, looks like it's slightly strengthening, and we got a few more names here. Look, Novavax, right now it's 49%, getting stronger. You could go into that one also. Looks like 6 analysts are following. It's also a strong buy. So what we'll do is we'll sort this by option open interest here, and look at how we can profit from it. So let me do a range, select the range here, and do a sort, data and sort, and let's look at option open interest here. Let's say option, oh yeah, it's already sorted by largest, so that's good news here. Look, from an option open interest perspective, we got here SOFI at the top. Looks like a lot of option open interest in SOFI here, and looks like we got duplicated value. That's fine. Coinbase, again, lot of option open interest here. So you could look at these two names with the very good open interest here, and look from a put call open interest perspective. Coinbase looks like put call open interest ratio here is 1.10. Put call volume ratio, which is put call volume as of Friday, is 1. That's kind of telling you, even though open interest is above 1, which is negative, more put options traded, but put call volume perspective, it's positive. That's telling you, hey, you could participate in this rally, by buying some call options also. You could do that one, as you can see here. And look, it's got earnings coming up on 5/9. You got to be slightly careful, because around the earnings, as you can scan through here, the actual implied volatility goes higher around the earnings. That's why you got to be slightly careful. I might have some IV rank here. Let's see. All right, let's look at this here: institutional RSI, short ratio, float, and so on and so forth here. All right, in this one probably looks, yeah, I have IV rank right here. Look, Coinbase IV rank perspective, right now it's low. You could even buy some Coinbase here, from an option perspective. And we got a few more with the high option here, option interest. We got Peloton here, as you can see here, very high option open interest here. And as you look to the put call ratio here, look, put call ratio perspective, Peloton, look, it's it's getting slightly negative, as you can see here. Put call open interest, that tells you current contract held, more call options, but it's slightly getting negative with the higher put call volume ratio on Friday, still below 1. You could take a look at that one also. From an analyst perspective, analysts are saying buy. As you can see here, many of these stocks have got buy rating. So you could look at these names. If you're into options, take a look at GF, take a look at these names here: SOFI, Coinbase, Peloton, Paramount, and so on and so forth. All right, so with this, you could also look at other areas. For example, if you're looking at buying some call vertical credit spread here, you could look at RSI here. You can say RSI over, over say 65 here. Let's see here, we are looking at RSI. Let's say RSI over 65. Those are the candidates where you could really sell some call credit spread, especially when the option open interest is high. Look, these are the names here. As you can scan through here, look at the option open interest. You got high option open interest here. Let's do one thing. Let's ignore the one where there is NA here. We don't want to look at those. Let's go all the way down here and let's ignore this NA. All right, now look, these have got high open interest here. I could even sort this by high open interest. Let's quickly do one more sort here. All right. Look, we got stocks with very high open interest here. These are the ones, look, we got few of them here with very good open interest here. You could look at these names here. You could also look at IV rank. Look, many of these have got lower IV rank. You could buy some call options or even call spreads for that matter. Look, stock price is pretty low with the exception of Coinbase. So actually, you know what, you could do not buying the calls here. You could sell call spreads here. As you can scan through your RSI 14-day is above 6. Let's change this again. Let's say above 65. All right, so we are trying to make some money off of stocks with the high RSI here. Let's see, go back here. RSI greater than 65, there is nothing. And let's say RSI greater than 60 here. All right, we got some names here with RSI greater than 60 here. Look, we got some here. We could even say 65. Let's take a look at that. All right, let's give it one more try. All right, let's do 60. Looks like 65. We are not getting very many stocks here. Let's say RSI greater than 60. All right. So we got these names here. Keep watch on the stock volume here. Looks like WWE has many of this is probably getting sold. We don't need to worry. But look at Wayfair. Look, RSI 62. You could look at these names here. When they're up too much here, you could try to sell some call spread at the top and make some money that way also. So with that, we'll end here. Thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.